Hi there. So I see a lot of people that have met their twin asking why have I met him just now or her just now if we can't be together. And I wanted to talk about this in relation to emotional pain body distortions and real soul love. Now when you first meet your twin flame, the recognition is on a heart and soul level. You feel the pure soul vibrations from them and you just know straight away who they are. Even if you don't have the language to explain it, you know that there's an unusual soul vibrational connection between you. However, a lot of us are very in our emotional pain body at this point, and even although we feel those vibrations, our responses and reactions and communication with our twin often, like, unconsciously comes from our emotional pain body. So it comes from our wounding, it comes from the trauma we experienced as children or in past relationships. We're not able to be our pure, authentic, divine self at that point with them. And that is still within you though, so that's how you can recognise that in them and you can have that feeling with them. But until you heal and clear your emotional pain body, then you can't actually have that authentic connection and authentic communication with that person. They come in at that point when you're unable to physically be together, because they come in to trigger those emotions, to clear them out of you, and also they come in to reset you on your true self trajectory. So on that true path. Like, often when twins meet each other, they're somewhat meandering off the path, whether that's in a career sense, in a relationship sense, maybe both. There's a certain level of inauthenticity that the other one recognises and the other one can feel about you. Your twin wants you in your pure authentic state, and whenever you show up like that and whenever you present that to them, they like freaking love you. Like, you just, and it's actually quite frustrating and quite upsetting is not really the word, but when you see them acting and behaving from an inauthentic place, because you just know who their true self is. But yeah, so at first you can't have that authentic connection, and that's why you can't physically be together at that point. But they come in to trigger that, to help you to clear everything that's stopping you from being your true self, and so that you can have, like, continue to have those pure soul vibrations for them and with them, but being able to communicate and being able to show up as your authentic self as well, so that the soul vibrations are not working against the other part of you, the inauthentic part of you, so that everything is in alignment with, like, how you feel, essentially. And it's interesting because they become like the catalyst or the thing to propel you forward into doing the work that you need to do, the work that you need to do for yourself. But it's a classic case of, like, show them what they want in order to give them what you know that they need. So the twin shows up as the relationship and the person that they've desired for, like, since the dawn of time, but they hold back because there's, like, whether intentionally hold back or whether just because higher self is, like, forcing that to happen. But there's a level of, like, not being able to come together at that point. But there's also indications of that you could come together, or that you, like, that there's the feelings reciprocated, let's say. But If doing it for yourself was enough, you would have done it before that point. But doing it for the relationship that you have forever desired, doing it for that like divine sacred connection with another person, that your desire for that is bigger, is often higher at that point than your desire to heal yourself. But healing yourself is a byproduct of your pursuit of that through meeting them. And like, it's actually interesting, because something I became aware of just recently. I mean, I've been on this journey consciously for about 2 years, but I feel like most of my life has been leading up to, has been on this path, but we're often not aware of it till later. But I mean, this takes you from like between massive highs and massive lows emotionally, and when you start off doing this for them, a lot of the time, whether you're the masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. It's the desire for that authentic connection and that partnership that pushes you. But then somewhere between being stranded on Fuckery Island, like being so in love with someone who appears to be unavailable to you, and like between that and self-union, like fully being with yourself and being in your original divine state of peace, you realise that everything's changed, but nothing's changed. Whilst you still feel exactly the same about them, you realise that you're now doing this process for you, and that you've surrendered into that state of actually being able to give yourself, or starting to at least be able to give yourself, what you've been craving for them to give you. Because it's actually not, you also realise it's actually not the physical person that we've been, it's actually not the physical person that we've been craving all this time, really. It's the feeling that they gave us. It's the feeling of presence and of wholeness and of completeness that we know is our truth, but that we lost somewhere along the road. And I thought that I wanted him to complete me for so long. I was like, nah, don't, because on a soul level I don't and never have. But from that place that I was in, and the emotional distortions that I was still carrying, I was seeking for him to complete me, because I hadn't learned how to give myself that feeling that I was getting from his presence. So yeah, it's actually a really nice feeling when you realise that whilst you still desire that partnership, and whilst you still have those feelings for your twin flame, that you realise that actually no, this is a healing process that you are choosing for yourself, so that you can be the most authentic version of you, regardless of whether you get the relationship or not. And that's actually, it's from that place, and like that pure state of being, that you actually get what you've wanted all along. It's not from the needy, clingy, desperate to get something outside of yourself place that actually pushes your twin further away, or makes them more, not resistant to you, makes them more, forces them to create firmer boundaries with you, so that you pull your energy back into self. Okay, so thanks for listening, and yeah, I'll be back with some more wisdom soon. Thank you.